Soundwave is one of the most iconic Transformers of all time. He's one of those guys you can show to the uninitiated and they're like, oh yeah, that's the guy who shoots little robots out of his chest. The tape deck has appeared in like pretty much every single piece of Transformers media over the years. Like, how can you not put Soundwave in something? He's cool. Look at him. He's little dudes in his chest. And the cassette launcher's had some pretty good toys over the years, from Kingdom to Masterpiece to this thing. But the most sought after in recent memory is Voyager Netflix, Leader Legacy United Soundwave, and to a lesser extent Voyager Siege Soundwave from 2019. Are either of these walking synthesizers superior, or should you just wait for 86? Let's take a look. Let's start with Siege, and holy crap, what happened to him? Soundwave has been on the front lines for a while, all quiet on the icon front. Every Siege figure had this trademark battle damage, and Soundwave has some of the most from any figure from that line, I think. I remember back in the day, I did not want to pick this thing up because I hated this cracked chest look so much. Back then, I also used to hate when they added collaborated skins to Fortnite for some reason. That is to say, now I kind of like the destroyed look, and I play as Spike Spiegel in Fortnite. With alternatives available, I have come to like the Siege battle damage. Just adds some character, you know? Other than that, the aesthetics are solid on Soundy. He has so much mechanical detail here that looks amazing. Even the inside of his chest is detailed. Head sculpt is nice here too. We've got a yellow visor instead of a red one for toy accuracy instead of cartoon accuracy. I prefer the red, but this is fine. Also, Lost Art of Light piping. Looks decent from most angles, wrists are hollow, and he has grown some back kibble, but neither of these are big deals. So I guess now is a good time to mention this guy is obviously not going for G1 accuracy, at least super duper G1 accuracy, but nothing's accurate to G1. He is meant to be an adaptation of the G1 design, but more Cybertronian, as all Siege figures were, except for Astrotrain. That guy was a Cybertronian as I am. He also has a butt window. That's weird. Pervert alert. You may also notice one of his fingers is curled. This is for two reasons. One, so he can poke things, and two, so he can press this button and open his chest, which can fit any modern generation's cassette type figure. His articulation is basic, and other than the wrists, all these joints feel really good, and he is super solid. His right arm will not tab in fully for me though. I don't know if this is just a my copy issue. Accessory wise, we have, Jesus Christ, we're back to the friggin' Siege gun names. High Cap Concussion Blaster, which can retract, I don't know, penis. Put a penis joke there. A LR HD Sonic Cannon, which just lives on his shoulder and can move up so he can gun down helpless humans at all altitudes. A P3N1S Equilibrium Shock Blaster. That's not what it's called, but it sounds like it could be, right? It's actually an EMTX Blitz Charge Blaster, because that's just much better. And if you think this gun looks a little out of place for Mr. Wave, you'd be right. The actual intended purpose of this blaster is to stick it on Siege Megatron's back to give him a more slightly cartoon accurate look. And all these guns can combine to form a USWHF Sonic Compression Mega Blaster. Ooh. Shut up! Oh, shut up! Scale. Here he is next to Deluxe Siege Hound, Voyager Thundercracker, Leader Magnus, and this is Space Marine 2, but you gotta pretend it's like Indiana Jones in the Great Circle because I played that game on Game Pass. Dude, this game is so good. When they first announced this, like showed the trailer, I thought this looked like absolute slop. It did not look very good. The first person perspective didn't really seem like it was gonna work to me, but I have never been more happy to be wrong because Indiana Jones in the Great Circle is an absolute banger. This game is insanely good. So the robot mode is actually pretty good. It's grown on me a lot over the years. How's the alt mode? And here we have the Patrol Hovercraft mode. Transformation is okay, but I'm not so hot on this mode. I feel like Soundwave has kind of struggled to nail down a solid Cybertronian mode. I do like the War for Cybertron though, that other War for Cybertron, not this one. Nice naming, guys. The one for Bumblebee was just like, it was just a lump, just a tumor. And this one is just okay. Kind of reminds me of like a barge from Dead Space or something. Serviceable, but not my favorite from a design perspective. Soundwave also has a super secret mode that apparently is shown on the box if you put it under blacklight. Who the hell discovered this? Kind of perverts were putting their freaking Transformers under blacklight. Gross. I don't have the box anymore because this is how I open boxes of the Patreon plug. Blah. Anyway, here we have the super secret lamp mode from this episode of G1. Hilarious. This is my preferred mode now. All humans should have a lamppost mode. So overall, Siege is a pretty good figure. If you're looking for a definitive one for your G1 collection, this isn't it, but this is still a fun, good-looking Cybertronian Soundwave. Is his younger brother an improvement?
The Transformers will return after these messages.
United Soundwave is a re-release of the notoriously hard to find Netflix Soundwave. Now, for those of you who don't know, Soundwave was a Walmart exclusive, which meant the dirty scum bastard scalpers crawled out of their grandma's basement, slithered all the way to their closest Walmart, bought all the Soundwaves and Bumblebees, ignored all the deodorant, and probably bought like 7 monsters and left. Went home, got on their Cheeto-stained keyboards, and sold Soundwave for just a ridiculous markup. And say that you caved and bought this guy, or just got lucky and found him, he probably yellowed within a few months. Now, I'm pretty sure this guy fixed that problem. I haven't had that issue so far, and I haven't heard of anybody else having it yet. So was he worth the wait and the pain? So aesthetically, this guy's a lot more cartoon accurate than Siege. You have the red visor with light piping, booyah, and a new legs and chest. And at a glance, I think this guy looks a lot better than Siege. But when you really get down and dirty with him, the cracks start to show. The chest here just seems too big to me. Like, battle damage aside, Siege's chest proportionally looks a lot better than this. Like, he just looks kind of tiny, but he has this huge, big, beefy chest. For some reason, he also still has Siege's little wrist blasters. Like, why? They are not part of the transformation at all and just kind of mess with the aesthetics. This guy also has some very slight changes from the original Netflix version. From what I can tell, they just made the chest gold and added some red stripes on the wrists. Fine changes, nothing earth-shattering. Articulation is basic, and he is solid, but honestly feels kind of worse to handle than Siege. The legs feel more hollow, and the arms kind of lock in at certain angles, which makes it kind of annoying to pose him. Not bad to handle by any means, but Siege kind of just feels better. I can't believe I'm praising Siege over this guy. I'm metamorphosizing. Accessory-wise, we have the Concussion Blaster, which is a lot looser here. Sonic Cannon, Charge Blaster, and then combine into a Mega Blaster. Thank God they chilled out with the gun names, dude. So at this point, you're probably thinking, why is this guy a leader? Where's my milk? I'm thirsty. I'm a business baby. Well, he comes with a few of his cassettes. Let's start with Ravage, who is a recolor of the Siege version. This guy originally came in a 2-pack with Laserbeak, and I hate him. I demand a new Ravage. I'm going feral. It just looks like garbage proportionally and aesthetically. And my Siege version of this guy broke, so screw him. Calling this Ravage is an insult to the robot cat. Articulation, we have movement here and here on all the legs, and head can move up and down. I will say the cassette mode is a lot better though, but it's pretty hard to mess up a cassette mode, and Steeljaw somehow managed that. There's also a handle for Soundwave to use him as a robot shield. That's kind of messed up. This guy will forever just live in Soundwave's chest, which can still open. Forgot to mention that, oopsie. Next we have Buzzsaw, who I like. He is retooled from the aforementioned 2-pack. Siege Laserbeak, who we might as well just look at while we're here. I like this mold. Very simple, but fun to handle and looks good. The only articulation here is a hinge at the neck and head, but what else do you really need? It's nice that poor Buzzsaw is finally getting some mainline modern releases. And Laserbeak is neat too. He's based on his Cybertron design that was in G1, once. I do want to swap this guy out for a regular Beak at some point, which as of right now, he only comes with the Netflix Soundwave, which makes me just want to melt. There are also slots for these birds to sit on both Siege and this guy's arms. Cassette mode gets the job done, and they can also be used as a shield. Be nicer to your pets, Soundwave. They will retaliate. I should know. The pigs are loose. And lastly, we have Rumble, or Frenzy. For me, it's Frenzy, who is a recolor of Core Frenzy, who is a recolor of Core Rumble. Oh my God, I'm stroking out here. I don't have Rumble, the blue one. Oh my God. This is hell. But I do have 86 Frenzy, so we'll look at him too. These guys look great. Rumble's colors are based on the G1 toy, and while I do prefer the 86 version's colors, I'll work with what I got. The detail on these little gremlins is fantastic, and I would hope so, considering how they were retailing for $20 Canadian individually. I am seriously impressed with the paint and details here. What I'm not impressed with is the articulation. Legs can move, bend at the knee, feet can move, head can move, and arms are on a ball joint. Wait. Where's the elbow? What the hell are you talking about? Why don't these guys have elbows? Eject and Rewind had elbows, and they came with a Voyager for free. They weren't even their own individual release. No excuses here. This is super lame. They do have some accessories to make up for it, though. 2 thruster guns that can attach to the wrists, and 2 pile drivers. Gotta admit, these look pretty sick. Frenzy's arm is really loose, though, and can't hold it very well. Cassette mode looks fine, too. I wonder what songs are on there. I do actually really like these two. If they had elbows, I would say they are the definitive versions of these characters. That said, I do not think they are worth the price of core. Honestly, like $20 Canadian for these, that's just insane. Whew. So with all the mini bots out of the way, let's take a look at everybody's scale all at once. Deluxe Hound, Voyager Thundercracker, Leader Magnus, Space Marine that's actually Indiana Jones. Now let's be clear, this game is nothing groundbreaking. You've played games pretty close to it before, but this game just captures being Indiana Jones so well. From combat to exploration to just dialogue, animations, graphics, everything about this game is done so perfectly. If you are a fan of Indiana Jones, like in any sort of way, you owe it to yourself to play this game. I did play it on Game Pass though, so it was kind of free for me, not really. So the robot mode is good. I kind of feel like the longer I have it though, the more disappointed I become with it. The proportions just don't seem right to me. Just missing something, you know? So how's the alt mode? And here we have the tape deck mode. Transformation is fun and simple, and the tape deck looks pretty good from the front. Don't turn them around. That is the only real issue, how big and ugly the back is, and these arms don't really want to tab together. But other than that, this is a good looking brick. It has just little words on it. That's neat. I don't know. What do you want me to say here? It's just a brick. I could throw this at someone's head and probably give them severe to moderate head trauma. So overall, Legacy, Netflix, whatever the hell he is a fine figure. But you can tell that he was retooled from a figure that was never meant to turn into a tape deck. This guy for me is two things. One, a way to get Buzzsaw and Rumble, who I was missing. And two, a placeholder until the 86 version comes out, which I'm really hoping is a new mold. This is the end of the video. The pigs are coming for you. I'll see you later.